There aren't many trails that can gain the attention of so many people like the Rubicon can. How can it not? It's legendary for its terrain, its views, and its history. During this trip, the Rubicon is our first stop while in Northern California.
So we're out here in California for what we're calling the Rubidyce run. A lot of great companies are involved: Artec, Dynatrac, Offroad Power Products, Krawl 5280, Revkit's here as well, and we'll talk about some of that other stuff later. You know, just doing a couple epic trails back to back in a little relaxing atmosphere to get the experience. I personally have never been here, so you know, I want to experience it and not be a camp director for once. So I'm really looking forward to it.
First time on the Rubicon?
It is my first time on the Rubicon, which is why I have my trusty Gaia GPS map up to find out where we're going. Can't get lost like we did about a half an hour ago. But that was Jeremy's fault. Jeremy, JP, Rock Krawler suspension. Missed the turn for Icehouse Road. And then his radio wasn't working. So we had to go chase him down. We got to figure it out, got back out here. It's beautiful out here this morning. There's not a cloud in the sky. Getting everybody aired down. I think the trail is that way.
Yep.
It's gonna be an awesome day. I think we're heading out to the springs tonight. I guess I've been here before, but I hear it's a pretty awesome spot. Go chill out with the bears. Go see them. Get out of here tomorrow, the last couple miles, and can't wait. Can't wait.
First time on the Rubicon, yeah.
What's your expectations?
Looking forward to a fun run. Here it's pretty, you know, should be pretty straightforward. I'm really looking forward to Fordyce for some hardcore stuff. But this whole drive up here is gorgeous. I hear it gets nothing but better. So this is great. Good crew. Should be a good time.
And this is your second time, first time driving.
Second time, first time driving. I think the second time being here is just way more prepared for what to expect. I mean, last time I literally had like lunch meat in a King Soopers bag, and that's what I brought with me, and some sleeping bags and stuff. So way more prepared, know what to expect on the Rubicon. I'm also super jacked to get to Fordyce and check that one out too. But the Rubicon's awesome, it's beautiful, and it's gonna be a great time. I brought my family with me just because it's such a good, fun trail, and then I'll beat them up on Fordyce. So I'm pretty excited, ready to get today going.
There's a few trailhead options to start the Rubicon. On this excursion, we're starting at Loon Lake. As you make your way on the trail, you hit the first set of slabs, and then you get to see the vast amount of rock in your future. The Rubicon was first used by Native Americans as a trade route from Sacramento Valley to Lake Tahoe. Fast forward a few hundred years to 1908, when the first vehicle was driven along that route. Today, hundreds of vehicles traverse this route every year just for recreation. Everyone is excited for this trip. Everyone has their food and water all packed up. Everyone is aired down, and almost everyone remembered to lock their hubs before leaving the trailhead.
beer tree on the Rubicon after we made it through Gatekeeper, sitting on the slabs. This is a normal spot where everybody stops and opens their first beer for the trail after they get up out of the Gatekeeper and headed up towards Ellis Island.
How you liking this trail so far?
It's pretty epic. The scenery is amazing. Group of people is amazing. You know, it's full relaxing. You know, it's very much like home, the Adirondacks, but we get to drive in it. So we don't get to do that at home.
So what do you think about the trail so far?
Man, I'm having a blast. I had very little expectations because I knew nothing about it, and it's super awesome. Really scenic, kind of pick your own line type stuff on all that open stuff in the beginning there from Loon Lake. We're having a ton of fun.
I'm having an absolutely wonderful time, Adam. I love this place. I'm here with my best friend and business partner, Michael Kaplan. He's in the red LJ, having a terrific time. I'm behind him in the black JL. Again, here he is, just popping through.
Just having a good time.
Yeah, I can't do anything by myself. He's always with me. Yes.
This is the infamous Soup Bowl on the Rubicon, and this is a Ram 2500, driven by our friend Cooper. If you look up the word determined in the dictionary, you'll see the photo of Cooper and Jeremy Purick, his spotter for this obstacle. After many attempts, this big girl got through the Soup Bowl. This is Erica Kaiser, wife of show producer Adam Kaiser. This is the first time she's wheeled and the first time she's ever had a spotter. She sets a great example of how listening and trusting your spotter can help you one-shot the obstacle.
more passengers on the floor. Come on, hold it. No, I think you're actually it's going to lock you in now from sliding off. If we
Dan Hart from Revkit gives us another example of driver-spotter trust.
you don't have to, you shouldn't even have to throttle it now. It should stay. Hold the wheel right where you got it. You can even go easy passenger on the wheel. There you go. Come on. Come on. You're locked in, dude. It ain't sliding. It can't slide. Come on, baby.
Jeremy has tons of driving experience and spotting experience, with multiple Kings of the Hammers races under his belt. JP is easily one of the best spotters I've ever seen.
Ride the brake. Oh, here you go. Come on. Go real slow, okay? Come on. Come on. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Easy driver, right there. A little less. A little bit. Continue. Come on. Coming up. Driver, right there.
Once you find the line, you become the line. JP was able to get everyone through without any carnage, including himself. You can't anticipate the feeling. You can't isolate the emotion. All you know is you're in a place that you've dreamed about, and it doesn't seem real. You had an idea of what it could be like, but nothing compares to what's reality. This is the place that you don't need cell service. You don't need a hotel reservation. You don't need to call ahead and book a table for 5. Hell, you don't even need an invitation. This is your land. This is our land. It's almost silly to remind people of that. The healthiest thing you could do for yourself is take a break. Breathe. Unwind with friends, laugh, and make memories. Take time to appreciate the people you love. Take advantage of today, because tomorrow, it'll be too late. And as the great writer Hunter S. Thompson had pinned, no sympathy for the devil. Keep that in mind. Buy the ticket, take the ride. And if it occasionally gets a little heavier than what you had in mind, well, maybe chalk it up to forced consciousness expansion. Tune in, freak out, get beaten.
So we're out here day 2, sitting on the Rubicon Springs, camped here last night. Got in a little bit before dark. We came in a couple of groups. We had one pretty nasty trail break in the rear group. Ripped off a track bar bracket, and also had some carnage in the front group with Reaper here. She's working on front brakes this morning, no rear brakes. Shredded both rear brake lines on some rocks. We call that driver error. Got that fixed, got them clamped off. We're gonna run out of here on front brake. She's doing all right. Kevin's getting his fixed up. We should be getting out of here in the next couple hours. But yeah, I'll tell you, everybody who says this trail I thought it was gonna be easy. It's a little more than I thought it was gonna be, in a good way. Loved the trail, it was great. Definitely not as much grip as I thought it was gonna be. Made for some really good wheeling. I can see why it's a bucket list trip for a lot of people. If you haven't been, it's definitely got to be on your list. This place is pretty awesome.
Coming off the Rubicon now, just coming out to the dirt road where we get to drive to the highway. You know, pretty awesome trail, pretty epic views. The Soup Bowl was definitely my favorite obstacle to play on, and you know, challenging probably the most technical obstacle that we got to face today, or yesterday. I'm sorry, we're all tired. A lot of little failures, you know, some track bar brackets, just little nuance things, you know, fatigue on older rigs, stuff like that. We'll have to address before we get to Rubidyce. The whole purpose of Rubidyce was to come to California and run 2 epic trails, or the most epic trails that we know of, back to back, to challenge ourselves. You know, not just Rock Krawler as a suspension company, but, you know, we've got some other great people on this run too. Dynatrac axles, Spiderweb Shades, you know, Outlaw Offroad challenging themselves on their build quality. And the best way to do that is to come out here and do it. Not talk about it, not post about your build on Facebook. You don't really find your weak points or the little details you missed until they typically rear their ugly head. and we've seen that here today.
That was awesome. That was a lot more challenging than on paper.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was constant for
Over and over, rocks and
Yeah.
rocks and rocks and rocks.
2 days.
It was super fun.
definitely would do it again.
I
Need to
wouldn't,
beef a few things up though.
yeah, I wouldn't discount that trail at all. Like that's all. Don't get me wrong, 100% iconic, but like also challenging.
It was a great time. A little tougher than I was thinking, but yeah, we had a great time and no carnage. I'm happy.
Rubicon Trail is definitely a bucket list trail. I've wanted to do it since I was 16 years old, so absolutely epic. I would say definitely, in my opinion, the best off-road trail in the whole country. So absolutely, definitely worth coming to.
You know, I thought the Rubicon was really sick. I mean, way more intense than everybody says. That trail's no joke. Absolutely. Puts it right up there with being out in Moab.
Oh, it was absolutely amazing. These people that say the Rubicon is easy is bullshit. That trail was awesome. It was fun. It was challenging. We broke halfway through, but we fixed it and we got back out all the way and without any issues. So it was a great day, great people, and where we stayed was incredible.